Welcome back to YumiMon and part 1 of my Nepalese vlogs. Throughout the series we'll be exploring the cities of Kathmandu, Pokhara, trekking in the Himalayas and exploring wildlife safaris in Chitwan. I can't wait to show you my experience, and to give you something new, my boyfriend will be joining me for the rest of my vlogs. Let's go! In this vlog our first stops will be 3 nights in Kathmandu, 3 nights in Pokhara. But first it's time for me to get to Nepal from Delhi, India. Well, look at that! My last meal in India is a dosa. Time to go to Kathmandu. I've arrived in Thamel, Kathmandu. I'm just gonna go check into my hostel and get refreshed, wait for my partner to arrive, and then probably go get some dinner. This is the hostel. My boyfriend's coming soon. I arrived like a couple of hours ago, but I haven't explored the town at all because I really want to see it for the first time with my partner. And last time he called, he had just gotten his visa and was getting money out to catch a cab, but I haven't heard from him since, so I don't actually know what's happening, but I'm hoping I will see him in the next 30 minutes or so. First meal in Nepal. Hotel breakfast. For our first full day in Kathmandu, we spent the day exploring the city, seeing different UNESCO heritage sites and looking at all the little boutique stores. We decided to spend our first 3 nights in Kathmandu just to allow ourselves to settle down, organise the rest of our trip, and of course reunite. For those who don't know, my partner and I actually haven't seen each other for 4 months, so it was a really special moment, not just to be in Kathmandu, but also to be able to see each other again. Look at these wires, that would stress me out. We decided to explore some art museums in the famous Kathmandu guest house. For those who don't know, the Beatles actually stayed here when they visited, which made it super famous for future tourism. I noticed. In the Kathmandu guest house, you'll see a bunch of different art studios featuring different rooms where artists create their portraits and display them for sale. If you're visiting the Kathmandu Art Museum, with your ticket you also receive a free drink at the tea shop. We ended up getting an alcohol-free tea champagne. I would highly not recommend getting this option. Day 3 in Kathmandu, we decided to do something a little bit less touristic and a bit more active, and we headed off to Jump, which is a trampoline park. We booked it for an hour and oh my god, it was exhausting, but so much fun. The rest of the day we took it easy. We visited some local restaurants and relaxed a little bit. And fried momos, chicken momos. We wanted to go somewhere local, so we're going to this place. My partner actually had a 30-hour flight to get to Nepal from Colombia, so he was a little bit jet lagged and needed some recovery. My partner's taking a nap, so I've stolen his Colombian treats while I wait for him. gummy bears inside. Sizzling brownie flakes. On our last day in Kathmandu, my partner actually got quite sick, so we took it extra easy, went to a bunch of different cafes and restaurants, and I took this time to book our accommodation for the rest of the trip and also do a cheeky bit of editing. We're catching a night bus to Pokhara from Kathmandu, and we've just stopped at this cafe to grab some food in case we get hungry on the bus. But this is my partner's first time taking a sleeper bus around Southeast Asia, so I'm not sure how he's going to find it, but it's part of the experience. Next stop, Pokhara. Pokhara is a quiet, tranquil city, so different from the hustle and bustle of Kathmandu. Also warning, so much hotter than Kathmandu. We stayed here for a couple of nights before heading off to our trek, but also spent a couple nights back here after our trek too. Esteban got 2 types of cookies for his breakfast.
I didn't know that was coming too.
Pokhara is located next to a beautiful lake, and the city centre is really easy to walk around as well. But if you want to see more of the extended areas of Pokhara, then I would highly recommend renting out a scooter. Keep in mind, if you do end up renting a scooter, it's actually illegal for tourists to rent out scooters. So if you get pulled over by police, you could get fined 2,000 to 3,000 Nepalese rupees. Some of the scooter shops won't tell you this, but our hostel host did tell us this, and they'll even go as far as asking for a deposit in case you do get a fine. Esteban keeps making me walk up these giant hills to get to monuments in the scorching heat. With the scooter, we visited the mountain areas, visiting different temples, and at the end we stopped off at this underground temple cave as well. Unfortunately, no footage was allowed, but it is a beautiful sight, so I'd highly recommend. We're stopping here for lunch. Cafe Camellia. It's feeling fancy. We are. To cap off our time with the scooter, we headed off to Pokhara viewpoint, enjoyed an overview and some masala tea, and then went back to grab some dinner. This is our breakfast. It's included in the accommodation. Good morning. Well, it's actually afternoon now. Decided to take the day easy today. Just do some admin for the rest of our trip. Getting some money out. We're going to go on our 7-day trek tomorrow. So just wanted to say, if you're ever looking to get money out in Nepal, this is a good place. Global IME Bank has the lowest fees, and you can take the largest amount of money out. Some things that people don't realize is when you're traveling for such a long time, there are a lot of days that you do need to do some life admin. We'll need to take a day to book hotels, plan your next steps, and bluntly speaking, just get your shit together. This was the day before our trek, so some additional admin we had was purchasing snacks for the trek and also some gear that I didn't have already. I have another video showing my whole trek, but after the walk we did come back to Pokhara for a couple of nights, so here's some footage of that. 2 or 3 teaspoons, you'll start to have different symptoms like hallucinogenic symptoms or dizziness, or you'll feel drunk. It depends on the person. Overall, Kathmandu, Pokhara, both great cities to visit. If you're coming to Nepal, then you'll definitely visit Kathmandu, but I'd highly recommend to also come over to Pokhara as well. Completely different vibes, but both great places to visit. Hope you enjoyed this vlog. Make sure to catch part 2 of a 6-night, 7-day walk to Annapurna Base Camp. See you then, and make sure to like and subscribe.